everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. This is a very highly requested video comparing the CColor Cosmetics Golden Palette up against the Alter Ego Goddess Palette. Now both of these palettes are a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. I've done a first impression on both videos, as well as is it a dupe or just a waste of money with both of these palettes, and you guys were like, girl, you need to go one step more, and I'm like, okay, I hear you. Here it is, friends. So the CColor Cosmetics palette is $8 and the Alter Ego Goddess palette is $16. I do have a coupon code for both of these, so if you decide that there's one you like better than the other, don't worry guys, Hotmess 10 will save you 10% on the CColor Cosmetics palette, and Hotmess will save you 10% on the Goddess palette. So either way, it's a win-win for everybody, right? That is an affiliate code, so if you're not down to give me a little bit of a commission, just don't use my code. Pay 16, pay 8, whatever it may be. Anyways, guys, I'm going to do an up close and personal. I'm going to see if you guys can tell a difference. I'm going to warn you, you guys know one side's always higher than the other, and there's probably mascara on my lids. Welcome to this train wreck. Okay, so here's an up close and personal. Go ahead and take a wild guess. Which side do you think is on the wedding side? Do you think that that is the CColor Cosmetics, or do you think it is the Alter Ego Goddess palette? Let me know down below, and of course, come back and let your girl know if you were right or not, or can you even tell the difference? Anyways, guys, this is DUPE'n the dupe. So we're gonna put these dupes up against each other. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so jumping into every single swatch of both of these palettes. On the bottom we have our CColor Cosmetics Golden shades, and on top we have all of the Alter Ego Goddess shades. You are gonna see a little bit of a difference. Some are more pigmented than others. Some of the shades, I kind of feel like the shades were off just a little bit here and there, but I think overall it swatched, both palettes swatched really well. But again, swatches don't tell the full story. We're gonna get into discussing the palettes as well as the application process. Okay guys, so before we get into the application process, I do want to talk about each palette for you guys. So the first one that we're gonna talk about is the CColor Cosmetics Golden palette. This is what it looks like up close. It does retail for $8, $7 and change if you do choose to use my code HOTMESS10. A little bit about the palette. Talc is the first ingredient, and then I do want to go ahead and give you guys gram weight and all of that. 15 pans, 1 gram weight, and 0.035 ounces. 12-month expiration. It's cruelty free, and it is made in the PRC. As far as packaging goes on this, you do have a standard type of cardboard packaging, and I will tell y'all, when I did receive, oh, and there is a mirror. When I did receive this, there was just like a plastic coating on here. There's no box. I don't feel like personally that was that big of a deal. It is an $8 palette, and like I said, $7 and change. So crazy affordable. I did a whole first impression on this palette as well. I'll have it linked down below for you guys. Jumping over to the Goddess palette by Alter Ego. This one does come in a box, and it does retail for $16. And again, I have a coupon code HOTMESS that will save you a total of 10% at checkout. Now on the back of the Golden palette, you just have like the ingredients and everything. Now on the back of the Goddess palette, you do have the shade names and everything, as well as it tells you it's cruelty free, 12-month expiration, and it is 15 pans, and it has a 13.5 grams, 0.48 ounces total. Also made in the PRC. As far as the ingredients go, there's mica and talc. Mica being, it looks like the first ingredient in here. Now moving on from there, this is what the inside looks like. You will see here versus on the CColor palette, you actually get the names imprinted on here. You have a mirror as well. It is a standard type of cardboard packaging, but it is a bit more bougier. You know what I mean? Like this has this nice texture to it, but this is definitely heavier and weight-wise and everything. So this is the side-by-side of what the packaging looks like in the front. And here is the back. You can see there's a little bit of a size difference. And then side by side, we will do a comparison. And there's side by side. Now again, I did a whole first impression on the palettes as well. I do believe I did Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money on both of these palettes too. I personally, when I reviewed them separately, I was very, very pleased with both palettes. So you guys have asked me to come back and do a dupe in the dupe for y'all and compare these two palettes. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead, zoom you guys in, and we're going to do one side with the Goddess, one side with the Golden, and see if we can come up with the same or similar look. We're going to do the same thing that we typically do for Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money. I will be using the exact same brushes, however, cleaning them off in between, so there is no cross-contamination or worry or anything. Disclaimer, not a makeup artist, makeup diva, makeup enthusiast. I am 41 years old. I have mature lids, so the way I apply is probably going to be different if you are younger than me and don't have mature lids. So we're going to go ahead and start right off with the CColor Cosmetics palette on this side. So the wedding ring side will be the Goddess side. Okay guys, so before I get into it, just to let you guys know, I don't have eye primer on my lids or anything. What I always go in all over underneath my eyes, on top is my Tatcha Pearl. As far as foundation, I did use the Airbrush Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. However, you guys have seen me do this before. For concealer, I actually mixed these two shades from the CColor Cosmetics. This is a cream contour palette, very affordable, and again, the coupon works over and over for both Alter Ego, which is Hotmess, and then Hotmess 10 for CColor Cosmetics. Okay, so like I said, CColor Cosmetics, we are going to go in with this shade right here. And I do a lot of just kind of tap onto here and then slowly start to raise my brush up to blend it out. For me, having mature lids, this is what works the best on me. I find if I go straight into a windshield wiper motion that I have a lot of skipping, just because, like I said, my lids are 41 years old. Going into the Alter Ego Goddess palette, we're going to start off with this shade right here, which is actually called, I think, Hera, H-E-R-A. Okay, so I will tell you guys, I'm purposely using these particular transition shades because I felt like in the swatches I did notice a difference as far as the undertone went, but I just wanted to go ahead and try them out anyways on the eye and just kind of see how they work. Okay, I'm gonna get crazy with it today, y'all. So I'm gonna go into this teal shade, which is called is it Gala? Gaia? I don't know. This shade right here, Gaia, maybe? You guys don't come here for enunciation, right? God, I hope not, because you're gonna be in trouble. And I am just gonna pack this on. I'm gonna make sure to tap a lot off, because with that shade, let's be honest, we know that that could end up a mess. Didn't necessarily swatch very similar, so I'm really excited to see how these do up against each other. Okay, so I'm pretty surprised. Because when it came down to the swatches, I did not feel like the CColor Cosmetics one, the teal shade, swatched as well as the Alter Ego shade. But we were able to get both on. And as far as that goes, I can see this one has definitely got a more bluer undertone, where this one definitely has more of a green undertone. I don't know if you guys see that. Also, this shade is definitely more matte, and I do notice this one to have more of like a satin sheen to it. Sticking with the CColor Cosmetics side, I think what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this mustard shade and kind of like buff it around. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to try and buff it around the teal and see what happens. I'm assuming, honestly, both sides, as I'm working around that, it's probably going to lift or take away some of that blue, and we'll just go back in and add to it. But I just kind of want to lightly add a little bit of this mustard shade to kind of soften that harsh line. It didn't really take it away like I expected. I am going to take some of that mustard shade and put it underneath the eye as well. You guys will notice I do more of like a dab pat underneath the eye as well, just because that skin is really not only sensitive, but it's really thin. And if I start jerking it around too much, it starts to wrinkle up, and we don't like that. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it was gonna take a lot of that blue away. And of course this side, I feel like this side blue, teal, whatever, is higher than this side. These two shades right here in the palette. I'm gonna do this, focus it more on the outer part of the lid, and this more in the inner part of the lid. Now, I do use typically an Alamar brush. You can use your finger and still have a decent amount of payoff. It's just 100% up to you. I go back and forth. And I think I'm actually going to just do the whole lid in this shade. Okay, I am still going to use this yellow duo shade right here, but I'm going to pop that right in the center. Ooh, yeah. I'm not really noticing much fallout either. I did kind of hit the corner on accident a little bit with the blue, but no like fallout. But again, I tap my brush because I know I'm a very heavy-handed type of person, so. Going into the yellow duo and packing that in the center. So I don't typically wet my brush. I'm sure if you did, you would probably even get more of a punch. But for me, I try not to do anything that I feel or worry that's going to be a little too texturizing. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do my liner and my mascara, and I'll be right back. Mind you guys, I should have put this in the disclaimer. I have two different eye shapes too. So one is really round, one is more almond, so that's always fun. Okay guys, so I am back with my mascara, my liner. Liner, I did just the Benefit Cosmetics, that nude stick, and then tight line, I just did my Maybelline Gel Black liner, and then of course my mascara. You guys always ask what mascara I did use. You guys, I don't think I'm ever going to change from using the primer by L'Oreal, the Voluminous Primer. Then I go in with the brown L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. And then on top, I'm grabbing for my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is one where I'm like, I don't love it right away, but once it kind of starts to age a little bit and dry up, I love it. So anyways, that's what is on my eyes. For my lips, I have my good old trusty Gerard Cosmetics Sugar Spice liner with the lipstick in the shade Buttercup. It's like a pinky nude. It's perfect. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna zoom in and let you guys see the final look. As always, more than likely, your girl probably has mascara on her lids, because that's how I roll. Hey guys, here's an up close look at the finished look. I think that overall, once again, I don't think you're gonna see that there is a difference at all when they have been applied to the eyes. I think everything looks pretty much identical. What do you guys think? I don't know, I could totally change my mind when I go back and edit, but as for now, looking at everything, I feel like everything looks pretty identical. I mean, if anything, maybe the shimmers melt a little bit more in this side than this side, but I could be wrong. I mean, honestly guys, I don't see a huge difference. I feel like overall with the way that everything came out, you're gonna be happy with either palette. Honestly guys, I don't have anything negative to say. I think that if you picked up the CColor Cosmetics Golden Palette and you didn't pick up the Alter Ego, I think you're gonna be really happy with the looks that you create with the CColor Cosmetics Golden Palette, and vice versa. If you picked up the Alter Ego Goddess Palette and not the CColor Cosmetic Palette, I think you're still gonna be able to create those gorgeous, beautiful looks that you would if you had the CColor Cosmetics Palette. I don't feel like one was necessarily harder to work with than the other. I think that in comparison, both were very easy to work with. There is a bit of kick up in these palettes, but I mean, that is something that if you've been using either brand, you kind of know and you kind of expect it. I am someone who is very heavy-handed, so I just have taught myself back from like the bad habit face candy Oakland days to just really tap my brush, because I will say I feel like maybe the Alter Ego shadows are just a little bit softer than the CColor ones. Maybe the CColor is pressed a little bit firmer. I will say as far as the shimmers go, the shimmers are definitely pressed a bit harder in the CColor one. Like I told you guys throughout the tutorial part of the video, I purposely was using the shades that swatched different when I did the swatches. I knew that, you know, the teals weren't swatching very similar or anything, but once we built everything up, and the crazy part about it is, I told you guys, I felt like the Alter Ego side, and maybe it is if I really stare, maybe the Alter Ego side is a little bit more green, teal green, than blue green like the CColor Cosmetics side. So what I'm going to do now is just to show you guys, in case you're interested, the shades that I used. I'm going to swatch the CColor Cosmetics and the Alter Ego shades up against my Natasha Denona Gold Palette. So let me go ahead and show you guys that. Okay guys, just for, you know, kicks and giggles, whatever you want to call it, I did swatch everything. In the middle of all of these swatches are all of the Natasha Denona shades. On the bottom, CColor Cosmetics. On top, Alter Ego. And as you can see, I'm trying to get as close as possible. I mean, the shades are pretty identical. I have to say the CColor one actually swatched more so closer to the Natasha Denona shimmery teal or matte teal than the Alter Ego one. I mean, but I mean, overall guys, everything was, that was the biggest difference right there. But other than that, everything swatched pretty identical. Okay guys, so that was all of the swatches for you all for the shades that I used. And as you can see, they were pretty similar. So I don't know, I really think that at the end of the day, it comes down to personal choice on what you want to spend, because I think you're going to be able to create the exact same looks, if not darn near identical looks, using either or palette. So anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. If you did not like this video, that's okay too. Give me a big thumbs down. Either way, I do appreciate you guys stopping by and watching some, if not all, of my content. Don't forget, I still have 2 giveaways going on. The Sahara palette, which is an Alter Ego palette. And then I have a giveaway going on with 2 CColor Cosmetic palettes, as well as the Juno & Co. Blue Microfiber Sponge. So I will leave those linked and listed down below for you guys in the description box. As well as I've had a lot of people ask, how can we support this channel? And I do have our Patreon link listed down below in the description box as well for you guys. I'll try and link that as well in the comment section for you all. But everything that I get from Patreon and everything, I put right back into the channel to provide content for you guys. Patreons do get first access to all of those videos. So a huge thank you in advance to our Patreon family for helping me get content for you guys. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I have a bunch of information linked and listed in the description box for you guys as far as the foundation I have on and all of that. I told you guys I'm trying to be so much better about linking all of that information for you guys. And I think that's about it as far as announcements. Don't forget, every Sunday, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, we go live, we chit chat. Big apology to this past Sunday because holy moly, it got crazy up in there. Hopefully that doesn't happen this week, but 6:15 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. We go live, friends. We talk everything, makeup, chit chat, whatever it may be. It's just fun to sit with you guys, talk with you guys, and all of that. Okay, guys, so that's all for now. I'm gonna hop off. All information will be linked and listed down below, and I'll try and pin a comment down below for you guys as well for the Patreon. Huge shout out, of course, to all of our Patreons. If you guys made it to the end of the video, every single one of you guys, thank you guys so much. I know sometimes I make really long videos, so I just want you guys to know I truly, truly appreciate all of your love and support and watching my content. You guys are the best. Okay, friends, until tomorrow, as always, I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, kisses from Kentucky. Mwah. Bye.